Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
On my birthday, $450 worth of iTunes gift certificates were transferred from my iTunes account to somebody else's. The account was compromised. I'm assuming because people knew when my birthday was, and the security question was specifically related to my birthday, and that way, I guess security measures were routed around, and I ended up losing $450. Immediately, I logged into PayPal, which had not been compromised, at least to my knowledge, and it basically said, no, dude, I did not transfer these 3 separate gift certificates that totaled $450. I mean, this is what happened. You know, I'm on the line with Apple trying to get back into my account because at that point my password had changed and my account was on lockdown. Apple responded pretty quickly. It was a bit tricky to kind of navigate through, and because I had to go through a couple different levels. One was specifically talking to the Mobile Me people, and I liked talking to them because they had an online chat. Of course, finding that was a trick and a half. Apple could have done a better job at surfacing where I could go to get live online support. I did appreciate the live online support, though. Then, when I realized I was locked out of the account, I couldn't, maneuver through iTunes at all because it was saying your account's been locked. I had to get back on with them. Unfortunately, they didn't have online chat for the iTunes support. I had to send an email to them and just kind of wait. And in talking to friends, they said that sometimes they wouldn't get back to you for 2 weeks. I'm like, 2 weeks? Oh, come on. Like, at least do online live support, just like, the Mobile Me people, or that department does. And regardless, I got through. I don't know. I kind of threw it out there to the general populace, whether on Twitter or friend feed or Facebook or whatever. I said, look, I'm locked out of the account. Does anybody know anybody at Apple? I'd really like to get through. So not long after that, I was contacted by an Apple representative in iTunes department, and they said, hey, sorry about that. Your account's been turned on, etc. The missing $450 was still, however, in limbo, and I was still waiting for PayPal to kind of get back to me. Oh, wow. If you can tell, my iMac over here, the new iMac is glowing. Here, let me bring it into screen a little so it's not, you don't think there's like some beam of light coming in through the window. That's not the sunshine. That's screen shine. That's how I get my tan and stay. What would you say? What kind of color white am I? What is this, geek white? Is that a color, really? I mean, I know they have it like Ecru, Mother of Pearl. This is like geek white, screen tan. Anybody? Any old way. So I was waiting for PayPal to get back to me and didn't really hear anything. So then late last night, I get an email from PayPal saying that I was denied the claim of getting the $450 back. So basically, Apple wasn't going to refund my money. And hang on. Here, give me a second. I want to restart. It was asking me to restart the computer, so I'm not glowing the whole time. Actually, it's kind of cool. It's very kind of geeky. We'll have this. Do you like the glowing light in the videos, guys? Anyway, back to the story. So I was really upset. PayPal wasn't going to refund the money. Apple was like not saying anything about it. They're like, well, you transferred the gift certificate. It's not our fault. So I was like in limbo. I didn't know who to blame, and so I was just like, like it came out of my PayPal account. So then, of course I passed this information out to the world, and I blogged what PayPal had said to me. And some people said, Chris, it's your fault. You associated the PayPal account with your Apple account or your iTunes account, and so it's your fault that this happened, or it's actually Apple's fault because they had lame security measures at the time that made this compromise a possibility. And I mean, my password is strong, it's secure. I mean, no one's going to guess it. I mean, like outright. It's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not something. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, crap! Now I got to change it again. Any old way. I was in limbo, and so I fired off, a note to people that I knew at one time at PayPal who are no longer at PayPal. I said, "Do you know anybody there?" And ultimately decided, I'm just going to blog this. Because I know a lot of people have run into the same issue, whether it's been with iTunes or PayPal or somewhere in between. And that is what I think was most upsetting about this whole experience, because my experience with Apple support has not been awesome. I mean, as I stated, they could do things a lot better. Believe me, I've got feedback for them. I've got feedback for just about any company when it comes to support. But I expected more from them. I felt like I was in limbo. I didn't know which company to turn to. All I know is that I was out $450 on my birthday. And I had no recourse. I couldn't do anything, right? So PayPal's response was, well, just close your... It's the computer rebooting. Duh. PayPal's response was, well, just close your iTunes account and, just that's all we can do. And I'm like, well, that's not practical. Caught in limbo. So I blogged it, and, people, made their, or plopped down their 2 cents and said, here's my opinion, blame Apple, or yeah, blame PayPal. But ultimately, I'm like, dude, I just want my money back, right? So, I mean, that's what it's all about. I don't care who gives me the money back. I just want it back. So I can't tell you how it happened, but I'm very glad that I know enough people out there that they know me, and I've now recovered about $350 worth from what was lost, and hopefully the last 100 will eventually come in. I can't name any names, unfortunately. I mean, I got to keep it confident, just because I don't know if their job is on the line, but I certainly really appreciate the help. The bottom line for that is if you've ever been in that situation, it doesn't matter your stature. See, that's the cool thing about the internet. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are. If you tell people, they'll pick up on it. The more people you tell, the more better possibility that someone in the right position is going to pick up on your information. This is the reason why, I post my stuff to MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, friend feed, my blog. I post it everywhere. And in some cases, if I'm doing micro updates, it goes everywhere, because some people follow me on MySpace, some people follow me on Twitter, some people follow me here, and I'm not going to tell them to go one place or another to find the latest information. I want to go to where my friends are, instead of, expecting them to do it in any other way. So by doing that, I've at least come closer to restoring that, well, I guess, money that was lost. Almost there. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is not obviously to complain. Yes, I'm complaining because it's been a pain in the neck, but to encourage you guys that if you run into a problem, don't keep it to yourself. Yeah, you can send it to me, and there's not much I can do in a lot of situations, but if you're in any kind of social network of sorts that you're in contact with a lot of people, they're going to pick up on the story that you're telling, so long as you're honest. You're giving as unbiased a perspective as possible. I mean, yes, I was very emotional when I found out that PayPal wasn't going to return the money. I'm like, I'm just in limbo, right? But, it's not always good to blog emotionally, but sometimes when I'm just, like, twittering something out or just posting something quick, it's very emotional and full of swear words. So, anyway, another reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I got an email here from Messiox in the chat room. And he said, sorry to hear about the loss of your money. Maybe I should start by writing tips for the rest of, for everybody on how not to get, really taken potentially by PayPal or these, these situations. Give me a second. Now I'm gonna try to log in so that the screen glow is not so intense. There we go. That's a little better. Number one, the first thing, it all starts with a clean computer system. That's true. If you have any software installed that may be a keylogger or a Trojan, then you're compromising yourself at the point that really nobody else could get to without installing some kind of software. So be sure that you're watching what's on your system, no matter what operating system you're running, because certainly keylogger software and that kind of software, nefarious software, is not just limited to those who are running Windows. Number two, make sure it is the verified PayPal site and not a phisher site. You don't want to get caught in a phishing scam. The easiest way to do that is not to click any link in any email that may try to send you to PayPal.com. Go directly to PayPal.com. Do not pass go. Another thing you may want to do is use OpenDNS. We've talked about it before several times. I'm not going to go into it right now, but the reason why is because OpenDNS, not software you install, it's a service you can go through that can help you not go to any phishing website that's been detected on the network before. So it's another layer of security to keep you from hitting any phishing scam. Number three, don't keep a large amount of money in your PayPal account, because people can easily send your money to other accounts in a blink of an eye and your money's gone. Instead of this, keep your money inside a bank account, then refer to the next step. Check your PayPal history on a daily basis. This way you can stop money from being transferred. That's true. I probably wouldn't have been notified had it not been for the transactions that were made, and then I was sent emails about them like 3 in a row, and I'm like, whoa, dude. I'm like, I didn't transfer this money out. This is kind of freaky, you know? And that's when, I mean, I took immediate action. I did not pass go. I did not collect $200. In fact, I lost $450. Number 5, common sense, but use a strong password. Lowercase, uppercase symbols, and numbers. Make it harder for the hacker or, you know, his perpetrator to guess to begin with. And he actually linked off to a recent video we did asking if your passwords were strong enough. Number 6 he's got here, when you're buying with PayPal, be sure to check that the site is secure. Do this by checking the address bar or potentially a little icon. Look for that padlock. You know, always just, it's not just an HTTPS. I mean, make sure you're at the right site, at the right domain before you make any kind of transactions. Number 7, shop with well-known companies which have a good name. That's probably more than anything, that's the most important thing. You know, a lot of people worry about online security, but I could walk into a restaurant, hand my credit card over to anybody, they take it, they can do anything they want with it. It's a matter of trust. And in many ways, that's far less secure than transactions may very well be online. So it's important to deal with, you know, reputable retailers. And Apple, iTunes, PayPal. So I'm still out now, $100. I have to thank more than PayPal at this point, even though they've got a couple of calls into me that I haven't had a chance to return yet. I have to thank Apple, really, for helping recover my funds to this point. One heck of a birthday present, let me tell you. So if anybody else has been caught in this kind of mess, my suggestion again is share your story. You never know who you're going to find that way. You never know who you're just going to discover has the similar story. And when you can pick up on patterns, it means there's a bigger problem, and it's not just you. In some cases, it may be you, but more often than not, the problem is beyond your little place in this online universe. My email address is chris@pirillo.com, and you're also welcome to stop by this website here, the chat room. We're typically talking tech. I mean, yeah, when something happens to me, whether I'm installing hardware or reinstalling the iPhone OS for the 4th time in the past 2 days, no joke, bad apps can ruin the entire thing. Apple needs to really work on quality control with the App Store. That's a different video, different day. But, you know, this is what I'm saying. I mean, I'll talk about software, hardware, services, throw it out to the chat room, ask them what they're thinking. I mean, that's how this list got sent to me, is we were talking about this stuff. He said, yeah, it's a good idea. Let's just talk about this stuff. And, you know, it gave me a chance to throw some tips in, some extra tips, and just let you know what happened to me, that I'm on, I need $100. What am I going to do until that $100 comes back to me? What could I have done with that $100? Maybe you have an idea. I'm sure you do. You're going to tell me what are you going to tell me to do with that $100 that I'm missing? You know what I can do with it? I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know what I can do with $100. I don't have it right now. Someone else does. Who knows? It's in limbo. Well, if you're a geek, you're welcome to stop by the website. Chat it up with a few of us. I'm streaming this live video out in conjunction with the chat room 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.